नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shrimahans, Mahans, Tanidar, Kotari, visitors, viewers, Diksha into Power Manifestation Session participants, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Nithyananda Hindu University students, Nithyananda E-Gurukul students, sitting with us live on Nithyananda TV, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Enlighten App, Kailasa TV, Hinduism Now, Twitter and two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. Today I am going to reveal the Paramashiva's message on multi-dimensions of the universe. Understand the space I am in, that Nataraja, cosmic dance of Paramashiva. I am going to utter the ultimate truth as it is. It will be feast for real disciples, devotees. Today, every statement I am going to utter is direct message of Paramashiva. I am literally mapping that whole state into words. Listen, it will be feast for all the devotees and disciples. I want to tell you, the devotees, disciples who declared your integrity, for all of you, this whole satsang will become experience in you. I'll just flood Paramashiva into you, so that you will also experience the Ananda Tandava, cosmic dance of Nataraja. Understand? For the visitors, viewers, who don't have any negativity and who don't have feeling connection also, just a neutral people, for all of you, it will be a great knowledge session. Forget about the trolls and demons and negative people. Anyhow, naturally they are going to misquote and troll what they want to do. Let them leave it. Forget about it. Listen. I am in such a state now. I am going to make too many important revelations. The multi-dimensional logic of the cosmos I will reveal. Surely the binary logic cannot understand what I am trying to tell. Binary logic will not be able to, because it has not matured enough, it has not grown up enough to catch the cosmic reality. Understand? If you can grasp a being, conscious being, creating the principles of creation, creating the principles of creation, not just creation, creating the principles of creation with one hand and sustaining the principles of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation, and rejuvenating in one hand. The principles of creation, principles of sustenance, and principles of rejuvenation, and principles of pulling out of delusion, and principles of liberation. Through one hand, manifesting the principles of manifestation, manifesting the principles of sustenance, principles of rejuvenation, principles of pulling out of delusion, and principles of liberation. Through the other hand, sustaining, not just sustaining what is created, sustaining principles of creation and principles of sustenance. The other hand, not just destroying or rejuvenating, rejuvenating even the principles of rejuvenation. And through the thrown up leg, liberating, and the leg which is pressing the demon, Muyalaka, pulling beings out of delusion. Not just pulling beings alone out of delusion, pulling even the principle of creation, maintenance out of delusion. And with the leg which is thrown up in the air, giving liberation not just to the beings, even to the principle of creation, maintenance, rejuvenation. Pulling out of delusion and liberation. Doing all this not only without stress, in ecstatic dance. Just even if you grasp intellectually this, you will grasp Nataraja, the Ananda Tandava, cosmic dance of Nataraja. That is the meditation, ultimate meditation, connecting with Paramashiva, Nataraja. Chidambara natam hriti bhaje. Unitta puruvamun govai sevvayi kuminsirippum. Panitta sadayum pavalambol meniyir palvenneerum. Inithamudan edutha porpadamum gaanappetral manitha piraviyum venduvadeyum maanilatte. Understand? The saint who is singing this song in Tamil says, human birth is okay if we can have the darshan of this form. Because only human being, human body, human consciousness is capable capable of cognizing this whole thing. Understand? Devatas cannot cognize delusion. They do not know the joy of getting pulled out of delusion. If they want liberation, they will have to come to planet Earth. Planet Earth is the only cosmic airport where you can move to liberation. If Devatas, gods, want Kailasa Padavi, the space in Kailasa, place in Kailasa, they will have to come to planet Earth. Only from here they can experience Paramashiva in all 5 aspects and reach Kailasa, get liberated. From Intraloka, Devaloka, there is no direct liberation. There is no flight, direct liberation. They will have to come to planet Earth. Only then they can get liberated. That is why you can see all around the Shiva temples where Devendra worshipped, Indrani worshipped, Vayu worshipped, Varuna worshipped. All the gods come down here, assume the human frame, and experience Paramashiva in his completeness and reach Kailasa. Understand? Even if you just meditate on what I am talking. Paramashiva, Paramashiva, Paramashiva. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Only from this space I utter the statements like E is not equal to MC square. Understand? I wanted to repeat. Forget about the trolls. I want disciples to understand. 0 cannot be equated by anything other than 0. Understand that. E, energy, is a different dimension aspect. So, there cannot be any equation evolved for energy other than E is equal to E. That's it. The binary logical breakdown of multidimensional existence is not possible unless the binary logic gets matured and evolved. What can equate E, you know? E can be equated MC square grasped by the binary logic matured into multidimensional logic. Zero cannot be equated into anything. For example, 0 equivalent to 0 into 200, you can say, all right. Because anything you multiply with 0 is going to be 0. Energy is the concept or the reality of multidimensional reality. If you don't accept multidimensional reality, you can equate anything with anything in binary logic level. The moment you accept something, multidimensional reality, you cannot break that down into binary logic. A binary logical, mathematical, calculable possibility cannot be equated to anything which is multidimensional reality. Understand? The energy as such is multi-dimensional reality. Chit Shakti. Shakti, energy, cannot happen from any other source other than which independently intelligent and Swayam Prakasa and living. Understand? Force can happen between two matters. For example, earth pulls something down. So, earth can have force on something. Force can happen between two matter, which can be grasped by binary logic. Of course, ultimately, Hindus don't agree. Even earth is just a matter. That is different. That is next level of the multidimensional logical truth. Even the binary logic, what you accept as earth, that matter, force can exist between two matters. But energy, power, Shakti, Parapara Shakti, Shakti can listen. I'll show you this simple example. This O. Consider this as a 0. Is the pure Paramashanta Swarupa of the source existence. I'm not equating that source existence to 0. Understand this example, but don't overlap the examples, all quality on the source through which I am trying to explain. Understand? So if I am equating this onto something, understand only the point I am equating. For example, 0. If it becomes infinity. Now listen, same way, Paramashiva, the ultimate existence in his Paramashanta Swarupa, Nirvigalpa, Nirguna, Niragara, Nir Adisaya, Niranjana, Nirmala, Paramashanta Swarupa, Sutta Swayam Prakasa Jyoti Swarupa. He is pure existence. The moment he decides out of his free will, let me become many to celebrate my existence, then the 0 becomes infinity. You cannot equate anything to 0. You cannot equate anything to infinity. Only infinity can be equivalent to infinity. Only 0 can be equivalent to 0. Understand? This is pure Paramashiva. And that free will which decides, let me become many to celebrate my own existence. That is Parashakti. When Parashakti, manifests in Paramashiva, then this becomes infinity. Understand? Nothing can equate infinity other than infinity. Nothing can equate zero other than zero. You cannot try to define zero in the language of infinity, and you cannot try to define the infinity in the language of zero. They both belong to different dimension altogether. Listen carefully. The source of the zero and infinity may be same, but the moment it expressed as infinity, the logic of the infinity's existence and the logic of the zero's existence cannot be equated by any equation. And all I am trying to tell you now is, I am not angry with the science, or I am not trying to debunk the science. Understand, I am so happy that Einstein has evolved so much and his contributions are unimaginable. I am so happy. He is the first scientist who touched the bhava, means the zone of matter and consciousness, that bhava space. He is the first one who crossed that. First scientist who crossed that bhava. So understand, I am so respectful to Einstein. I am not disrespectful to him. I am not disrespectful to any scientist. I am just trying to tell you the cosmic reality as it is. Sometimes I even wonder, what is the use of telling, what is the need to reveal all those cosmic truths to humanity? Then I myself get the answer from inside, from Paramashiva. Hey, multiple scientific theories, philosophies, principles will be developed and revealed from what I am revealing as cosmic principles. There are tons of honest, sincere scientists who have that beginner's mind, seekers, really integrated to seeking. For all of them, what I am revealing can be a great inspiration for their further research and discoveries and manifestations. And someone has to reveal the truths as it is, mapping it into human language. Humanity can be kept in dark for quite a long time. No, we can't afford that. The truths need to come to the planet Earth. It needs to be told to the planet Earth. Whoever wants to listen, at least let them evolve. Understand, fundamentally what I am trying to convey is the multi-dimensional existence and truths. One, just by grasping, becomes our reality. For example, if I reveal a science about how to become weightless, just by grasping, cognizing, you manifest that power. You can play with your weight. Only then you received it. So basically, to understand anything beyond binary logic, man needs to mature the way he exists. That is the first fundamental understanding humanity need to know. When you start maturing the way you exist, the multi-dimensional truths, just by grasping, you will manifest powers. That is what I am saying. The possibilities and powers of humanity, the conscious opening, conscious education, conscious living. Understand? Satya, integrity, is like one of the aspects of maturing consciousness. A consciousness which is maturing will not have a taste in cunning, strategically derived benefits, the culinary logic. A cunning strategy derives certain benefits in your life. A matured, consciously matured being loses taste on those things which is derived by culinary logic, like a cunning strategy planning. That is one of the kind of the maturity. Only then you start adopting Satya as a lifestyle. Understand? Same way. Asteya, non-stealing, the respect on the items, pleasure stolen, grabbed. Respect on those items drastically collapses, drops in a matured being. That is when the asteya becomes lifestyle. Understand? These are conscious maturity, like body gets matured. For example, at the age of 5, 6, you may be enjoying the toy car or Barbie dolls and toy homes and all that. But at the age of 21, 22, if you see your child enjoying those toys and dolls and enjoy, that is okay. But if after becoming 25 or even after that, if you are still continue to enjoy just the toy car and Barbie dolls and toy homes, then something is seriously wrong. Because when that body gets matured and mind gets matured, your taste should grow to a real car and real house and real life partner. Same way, when consciousness gets matured, understand? When consciousness gets matured, you start enjoying the taste of Satya, integrity, taste of Asteya, non-stealing, taste of Aparigraha, the minimalism. Minimalism is an amazing power. Understand? Minimalism is amazing power. It is not kind of a law supposed to be forced on you. Minimalism is a power. It's a kind of a existence for which your consciousness gets matured. When they illegally arrested me and put me in prison, and they were trying to tease me, because I was not lying down or sleeping, I was just sitting sitting in samadhi, in Padmasana literally, and constantly sitting in samadhi for days. They were trying to tease me. They were watching this through CCTV and they were trying to tease me. Oh, without a big bed, you are not able to sleep. They gave just a small paper with which that tiles get packed. Because that time they were doing a tiling of that area where they kept me illegally, where they held me illegally, and tiling that area. So they gave that paper with which the tiles get packed and gets delivered, that paper. And they were teasing, oh, you need bed. I said, no, even this paper is too much for me. I don't need. A consciousness prepared for minimalism is the ultimate luxury a man can earn. Understand? I'm giving you one example. Consciousness prepared for minimalism is the ultimate luxury a man can earn. The ultimate luxury, Lakshmi, for a man is consciousness matured for aparigraha, minimalism. You know, some of the items in your house, you have not touched it or used it for last even 3-4 years. But your consciousness will not allow you to give that away or donate it or gift it away and clear it. That is what I say, clustered consciousness. Clustered consciousness keeps the home clustered. Just look around. If you are retaining any item which you have not touched or used for 6 months, you are cluttered consciousness. Sorry, it's not clustered, cluttered. Sorry for my Indian idli English. Sometimes I need to remember that I'm a village boy, not learnt English formally. Anyhow, listen. The cluttered mind keeps the cluttered home. Look around. If you have not used something for last 6 months and you don't have use of that for next 6 months and still you are keeping it, your mind is cluttered. Maturing consciousness for minimalism is a power. Each conscious maturity manifests the quality to map, receive the cosmic reality, truth. And I tell you, if you have the mind ready for minimalism, automatically you will not feel bored, tired to do yoga. You can see very clearly the yogis who feel excited to do yoga will always live with minimalistic lifestyle. Because these two are closely connected. And a luxurious man, how many trainers you may have, even to stretch yourself 10 times and do 12 Surya Namaskar, almost you will give your whole life. There are very rare combination, people who have all luxuries, but absolutely the consciousness is matured for minimalism. absolute minimalistic consciousness, even though everything is there around them. Understand this truth, this integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching. Satya, truth. Asteya, non-stealing. Aparigraha, minimalism. Ahimsa, non-violence. And brahmacharya, purity. All this are like a different levels of conscious maturity and power connection you receive from cosmos. Power connection you receive from cosmos. I tell you. Nothing can destroy you even if you understand these principles I am teaching. Death cannot take away anything from you. If you understand these principles, death will only feel like an examination you passed. Wow! I have heard all these truths from Swamiji and I have kept it in my inner space. Wow, now I have successfully used all of it and passed this examination. Like a boy who succeeded in his examination. Exactly that mood only you will have if you pass even through the death with these great powerful cognitions and truths. Energy is existential reality, the multi-dimension reality. Nothing connected to binary logic can be used for equating energy. Like you cannot even put equal symbol for infinity. You cannot put even the equal symbol for zero. You can't even say zero is equivalent to zero. Infinity is equivalent to infinity, because even if you say infinity is equivalent to infinity, you are trying to grasp the infinity through your binary logic. I tell you, a poor man, if he becomes rich, he will not live a rich man's life. He will only live the poor man's fantasy of rich man's life. That is what is infinity equivalent to infinity. Infinity cannot be grasped by binary logic. So if you try to say infinity equivalent to infinity, you are trying to bring down infinity to binary logic. It is like a poor man trying to live the fantasy of rich man and calling it as a rich man's life. Rich man is a man who worked for his richness and knows the signs of sustenance. Understand? When a man creates richness, manifests, he understands the signs of maintaining rejuvenation and what all the delusions and complications richness can bring, and how to get out and how to liberate himself from this so-called richness. A man who can play all 5 games with richness is rich man, not who owns richness or who is imprisoned by his richness. A man who is imprisoned by his richness is living the poor man's fantasy of rich man's life. If you have richness and still you have insecurity and complications and incompletions about richness in any form, you are only living the poor man's fantasy of rich man's life. If richness is giving you complete completion and liberation, you know the creation principles of richness and sustenance, principles of richness and rejuvenation, principles of richness and pulling out of delusion from any of the incompletions related to richness and liberating yourself from richness. If you are completely complete about your richness, you are a rich man. Whether your richness, your aggression, your strategizing mind, your having unsexed or having sex or oversexed or having the cunningness to manipulate and grab, steal. All this is a different levels of conscious immaturity. Listen carefully. I'll repeat. If you are attracted towards cunning, manipulative strategy and the benefits they bring, then you miss Satya, the power. If you are matured enough to be attracted towards Satya, you will automatically drop this cunning, manipulative, strategic exploitation and the benefits that brings, or the benefits you think that brings. The brain, which is matured to enjoy Satya, receives the cosmic truths and mirrors it beautifully, like a glass coated with mercury. Glass coated with mercury mirrors. Brain coated with love for Satya mirrors the cosmic reality as it is. Listen. If you taste aggression, if you associate aggression and heroism is one and the same, you taste violence, which is absolute immature brain, immature consciousness, immature existence. If you associate Paramashanta with heroism, wait, don't react, let us attend. To heroism, you taste ahimsa, A mind which has matured taste for ahimsa, non-violence, reflects powers. Understand? The consciousness matured enough to cherish Paramashanta as heroism. The patience, non-reaction, and Paramashanta, non-violence, as heroism. I tell you, it is power. Don't think it is you are exploited if you are non-violent. Cosmically, it is power. Understand? For whatever it may be. If you are agitated, become violent, listen carefully. Anything you earn by becoming violent, by getting aggressive and associating aggressiveness as your heroism, the whole thing is just ash. To remind the brain not to associate itself the heroism and violence, aggression and violence only. We apply the ash on the forehead. Hey, anything you earn by getting agitated and showing violence as heroism, whole thing is just this ash. Sit in Paramashanta Swarupa. Stop stupidity of associating with heroism and the aggression. I tell you, real hero is Paramashanta Swarupa. Okay, let's attend. Nothing to react. Wait. Let's attend. Let's do things properly. Nothing to get agitated. Wait. Satya and cunning, strategical, traitor mind of Shaguni, culnaries. See this both. Anything you will gain this culinary logic, Shaguni mentality, traitor mind, cunning, strategic mind is nothing more than ashes. Realizing this and enjoying the Satya is maturity of consciousness. Understand ability to play with the logic and cunningly strategizing is not glory. It shows the immaturity of consciousness. Consciously retarded. That's the exact word. Like how we say, physically handicapped, physically challenged, mentally handicapped, mentally retarded, mentally challenged. This is a new word. Consciously handicapped, consciously retarded, consciously challenged. Understand these principles, Satya versus a cunning, strategic, straighter logic, Shaguni logic, culinary logic. Second, Asteya, non-stealing and grabbing without any logic or dharma. These two, see. A non-stealing is conscious maturity. Third, aparigraha, minimalism and sickness of richness, incompletion, suffering, imprisoned by richness and aparigraha. Minimalistic consciousness is a conscious maturity, and grabbing through all possible methodologies and strategies is conscious immaturity, consciously retarded. Fourth, non-violence, ahimsa versus aggression, fantasized as heroism, aggression, associated with heroism, aggression misconstrued as heroism. Understand? Aggression misconstrued as heroism is absolute immaturity, consciously retarded. Anything you gain by aggression, violence, is nothing more than ashes. Realizing it is applying the bhasma. Conscious maturity is Paramashanta Swarupa, non-violence. Understand that delayed gratification in fear and greed, both, is what I call Paramashanta Swarupa. Neither fear can make you react in violence, nor greed for pleasure can make you react in lust. Delayed gratification means consciousness comes first. Conscious maturity comes first to handle the fear and greed presented in front of you, not your reactive patterns. So, non-violence, ahimsa versus aggressiveness misconstrued as heroism. Aggressiveness misconstrued as heroism is absolute immaturity, consciously retarded. Let me show who I am. Consciously retarded. Listen. Same way, brahmacharya, purity. Purity versus undersexed oversexed, all incompletions related to sex, pleasures, whether you are undersexed, sexed, oversexed, all incompletions related to pleasure is consciously retardedness. Purity, brahmacharya, is conscious maturity. Understand? Each of this conscious maturity, satya, steya, aparigraha, brahmacharya, ahimsa, truth, non-stealing, living with minimalism, non-violence, and absolute purity. All these are conscious maturity which manifests the powerful cognitions and powers. I want to tell you, the multi-dimensional truths I am revealing, you can mirror it, capture it, manifest as powers if you mature yourself in these five. If you mature yourself in these five, satya, steya, aparigraha, brahmacharya, truth, non-stealing, non-violence, minimalism, and purity are not bondage, restrainment, or vows. They are powers, conscious maturity, that maturity of your taste. As I said, when your taste matures, you grasp the ultimate reality. Then you will understand. You can't even say infinity is equivalent to infinity, because the moment you say infinity is equivalent to infinity, you are trying to develop binary logic for multidimensional reality. You can't develop a binary logic formula for multidimensional reality. Multidimensional reality can only be enjoyed, cannot be mathematized. Spirituality cannot be politicized. Cosmos cannot be mathematized. Sacred cannot be scienticized. The rare cannot be rationalized. Integrity is a conscious maturity. Authenticity is the maturity of your kundalini, your bioenergy. Responsibility is maturity of consciousness. Enriching is flowering of consciousness. Taste for healthy food comes from a matured mind which thinks consciously, plans for healthy long life. Don't ask stupid questions like people try to tell me, oh, yeah, somebody who is completely teetotaler, never eats wrong food, never eats the non-vegetarian food, never drinks, smokes. Suddenly if he falls into ocean and dies, what will happen? Hey, that is totally different. Exemptions are not rules. Exemptions are exemptions because they are exemptions. Exemptions does not form rule. Don't try to bring exemption as the logic to break the rule. There are tons of truths. I am just overflowing to reveal them. Every time you consciously decide to live enlightened life, you wipe off all the unconscious karmas, failures, the whole past. Listen carefully. When Karna does dana, he gives whatever is there. He doesn't keep something for tomorrow. Just like Karna dana. Understand? When Karna does dana, he gives away everything. He doesn't keep something to do charity tomorrow. That is the beauty of Karna. Karna doesn't think, oh, let me keep something so that tomorrow I can continue to do charity. No. What is, finish it. Understand? Same way, if you declare consciously within you, let me live enlightened life from this moment. All the unconscious patterns and negativity you developed loses power over you. Understand? For example, if you declare, let me become pure vegetarian from this moment, all the toxins you developed in your system due to non-vegetarian food melts away. Only if you fail and start taking non-vegetarian food again, those patterns come back. Otherwise, they get pushed into Sanjita, means the bank of karma. And if you don't get them back and reuse again and again, they get once for all burnt. So today I am initiating a large number of disciples into Vishesha Diksha and Atma Linga. Especially these four. Lifestyle of Paramashiva, enlightened lifestyle, living enlightenment. So I request all of you to read my Bhagavad Gita commentary every day. It's already available in the PDF form, free download. Please download and start reading. and read even Living Enlightenment book. Second, I initiate all of you into Nithya Puja, which is just 10 minutes. Connecting with Paramashiva and maturing your consciousness every day. Every day. Rejuvenating your consciousness every day by recharging yourself, your electromagnetic energy by connecting with Paramashiva through Nithya Puja. Third, Nithya Yoga, aligning your bioenergy with the cosmic bioenergy, aligning your Kundalini Shakti with Paramashiva. Nithya Yoga. Fourth, power manifestation. Manifesting Paramashiva intensely, maturing your whole life. Start living this 4 lifestyle of enlightenment. Charyapada, Nithya Puja, recharging your electromagnetic force. Kriyapada, Nithya Yoga, aligning your Kundalini, your bioenergy, the cosmic bioenergy, Paramashiva. Yogapada, manifesting powers. Jnanapada, manifesting Paramashiva state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Sri Kailasa. I am initiating all these 4 to all of you who are newly getting initiated today, who are already initiated and want to get reinitiated again, and all the disciples who are declaring your integrity to me. To all, live these 4 with integrity, authenticity. Take responsibility to enrich the whole world with these 4. That's all is integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching Paramashiva. Sri Kailasa is for this purpose. Sri Kailasa is created for this purpose. Understand? The only Hindu nation, Sri Kailasa. Paramashiva is reviving the only Hindu nation, Sri